Hello, it's me again, and we're on to screen 7, and this is coefficient of an absolute value. Now, the coefficient, if you remember, is the number that's in front of the variable. So here the coefficient is a, right? A is sort of the number we think of as the slope, right? Y equals mx plus b. So instead of m, it's a when it's outside the absolute value. So when a equals 1, it sort of looks like this, right? So let me highlight, let's see. Oh, here we go. So when a equals 1, it looks like that. So if we make a bigger than 1, right? So like this is the graph. It just sort of looks like this is, by the way, a slope of 1, and this is a slope of -1. Let's say if it goes like up to 4, right? Then you notice it actually goes up, and it's a slope of 4. So if just I'm going to do a pen, and that's a rise of 4 over 1, right, to the right, and then also, let's do a different uh, rise of 4 and 1 to the left. Ooh, that was kind of ugly. Let's erase that. So you can see, so when a equals 4, right, um, when a equals 4, it goes up like that. So if we have, it gets the pointer, right, so a equals 4 goes up, and it gets thinner, right? So let's say if it's back to 1, if it goes like to 0.5, right, that's 1/2 as a fraction. So if you notice, it goes up 1 and over 2 to the right, and up 1 and over 2 to the left, and that's 0.5. So it gets wider. It gets wider, 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 wider. I'll get this off here and see until it gets to 0. And 0 is, of course, a straight line, right? The 0 slope is a horizontal line. Hopefully you guys remember that. And then when it starts to get negative, if you notice, the slope turns downwards. So -1, right? It goes down and to the right 1, and then down into the left 1. So -1 kind of makes an upside down V instead of the regular V that the absolute value graph makes. So that pretty much is what the coefficient does. Again, if it's 0, it's flat. If it goes skinnier and skinnier and up quicker, quicker, quicker as it gets positive. And then if it goes negative, it starts wide and then gets skinnier, skinnier, skinnier as a negative. But this A functions as the slope. So that basically is what the coefficient does. So the number outside the absolute value, that's not being added or subtracted, but this is multiplication, and it's in front of the x. That determines the slope on each side. So let's see, coefficient. What is the value of what is the value of a? That's the coefficient due the absolute value equation, and the value of a changes how wide or skinny the graph is, and also if it goes up, and also if it goes up and that's positive, or goes down, that negative. Okay, I'm going to stop. And I misspelled goes. That's great. So goes up or goes down. So we'll submit and go on to the next screen. And that's it for this video. Go to my next one. Very exciting. All right.